What's up, everybody? GeauxBurns climbing back upon Mount Soapbox for another rant. And if you have a rant suggestion for a future episode, be it about Grand Theft Auto, Mafia, Red Dead, gaming in general, YouTube, feel free and send it my way. But as usual, I have to point out the fact that I've done at least 100-something rants already. So I may or may not have done that rant suggestion you have in mind. So you may want to go check the current and older playlist just in case. But if you do have a rant suggestion that I've yet to do, feel free and send it my way via the comment section, Twitter, or Facebook. Those all linked below in the description section. Alright, so this idea comes from one of you guys, my awesome viewers, subscribers, and fans, Yannick. And I know it wasn't intended to be a rant suggestion, but it got the old gears in my head rolling and moving, the cobwebs, getting out of the way. And I realized that there are other content creators that made similar videos over the past week or so, but I am out of town right now, and I started making content a few days to a week in advance of me going out of town so that you guys, my awesome viewers, subscribers, and fans, would have content to watch even if I was not in town to put the content out. So that's one reason why this rant video didn't go up sooner. Plus I had to make decisions. I decided to go with the downforce rant video first, and then you guys overwhelmingly wanted a Smuggler's Run rant, so we did that last week, which is why this rant is happening today instead of 1 or 2 weeks ago. And by the way, I did not watch any of those other videos that might or might not be similar to this one that other content creators made. So there may be some similar things in my video to their video. It's a coincidence. Or you could just simply say it's, likeness of minds, agreeing or disagreeing with certain practices and, points of view regarding this particular subject. But anyways, we are ranting about property and utility fees in Grand Theft Auto Online. This is something that's been in the game since the very beginning, launch October 2013. The difference is a lot more stuff has been added to the game, which has made the property and utility bill higher and higher. Back then, you could only have one property. The best you could hope for back in the day was a high-end apartment with a 10-car garage. And that's all you paid for property and utilities. But with the passing of time and updates being added to the game, we've gotten more things, more properties, more utilities in Grand Theft Auto Online that we have to pay for. And the payment itself isn't much. When you think about it, like one payment, oh, that wasn't much money at all. That's just a little bit. That's just chump change. But it does add up after a while. Now, what are we talking about besides the obvious? Okay, let's go into detail. First off, with homes/garages. You can have as cheap as a 2-car garage or a 6-car garage, an apartment with a 6-car garage, or a high-end apartment with a 10-car garage, or just a standalone 10-car garage. Plus, you can have multiple properties, either as an apartment, garage, or both. I think it's currently 6 now? I think you can have up to 6 apartments with or without a garage, or 6 10-car garages. However you wish to mix and match that, I think you can have up to 6 of those. Then, of course, the executive garages, which allow you to have up to 60 cars, plus the custom shop as well. That's optional, just like the ability to go from like 20 cars to 40 cars to 60 cars in your executive garage. But then we also have the Penthouse. And technically the Penthouse is counted as one of the 6 properties that you can own, but it is a little bit more expensive than your standard high-end apartment. Plus it does have various interior designs you can pick and choose from, but it also comes with a 10-car garage. And then, of course, the Vinewood Stilt homes also include, somehow, some way, a 10-car garage underneath those houses. I don't know how Rockstar does it, but video games. So yeah, the ability to purchase more property is awesome because it means more room for vehicles, because that's something that a lot of us love in the game, is the ability to have all these sports cars, all these supercars, all these muscle cars, etc., etc. But at the same time, there's that little something something that we're being charged every quote-unquote day. Now, what is a day in Grand Theft Auto Online, you may ask? It is 48 minutes in the real world. Now, let's go by this little example of what I was charged, and it fluctuates for me, I think. And once again, it depends on what you own. If you have 6 high-end apartments, it's going to be a little bit more than I believe it would be for like 6 2-car garages. So the more luxurious of a life you live in Grand Theft Auto Online, the higher the property and utilities. And it's not just the homes and the garages, it's also other stuff as well, but we'll get to that in a moment. So for property and utilities, this is what I ended up paying in one day in Grand Theft Auto Online, aka 48 minutes, $9,400. I think that was for the bunker staff. Let's see, $300 for the executive assistant. Let's see, $1,150, $600. I think that might be for the various properties I own throughout the game. You know, the high-end apartments, garages, etc., etc. I believe that $600 is for the mechanic Charlie at the hangar. I could be wrong about that. And $500 is for my car mechanic. So on average, I pay every 48 minutes between $12,000 to $13,000, give or take. And I've noticed that it fluctuates sometimes for whatever rhyme or reason, but we'll just say on average, every 48 minutes, every day in Grand Theft Auto Online, I am billed about $12,000, $13,000. And I guess a daily fee for, say, your executive assistant, your mechanics, that makes sense because we work every day. We get paid based on a daily salary, right? But for like utilities, all right, so my utilities that I pay in real life are monthly. My electric bill, my water bill, my cable bill, you know, those bills are paid monthly, not every single day. Do I have the cable company at my door saying, hey, today you got to pay me? It's a monthly thing, not a daily thing. So I find that fascinating. But that's just a side issue. Once again, video games. So what else do you pay property and utilities on, you might ask? Well, I'm glad you asked because there's other things besides the homes and garages. There's also executive office, the crate warehouses, vehicle warehouse, the bunker, which also includes the MOC, the vehicle workshop, the MC clubhouse, the various biker businesses, depending on which of these you have. It also varies, once again, depending on what you own or don't own in Grand Theft Auto Online. So the businesses include document forgery, counterfeit cash, weed farm, meth lab, coke lockup, the yacht. Yes, some people wanted me to rant about the yacht, but maybe one day, if I got nothing else to rant about, we'll rant about the yacht. But yes, you also pay property and utilities for the yacht, even if some people do believe it to be quote-unquote worthless. Yeah. Alex, shout out for you. So yeah, you also pay utilities for the yacht. And then of course, like I mentioned, the warehouse and hangar, you have the aircraft workshop, which you pay $1 million for Charlie, our aircraft mechanic. You pay out his fee every day. So you have all these various little fees, and over time, they add up. Even if over a 48-minute period, one day in Grand Theft Auto Online, you're only paying, say, on average for you, say it's $10,000 or $15,000, depending on if you own any or all of this stuff, because the more properties you own, obviously the more property and utilities you're going to be doling out every day in the game, every 48 minutes. So, yes, 48 minutes, $12,000, $13,000 doesn't seem that much. But if you're like a hardcore Grand Theft Auto fan and you're playing the game, say, I don't know, 3 to 5 hours a day, maybe 5 to 6 days a week, you can easily start to get an idea of how that number adds up, going from simply, like $12,000, $13,000 to, perhaps even hundreds of thousands of dollars in a week alone, going out of your Maze bank account into Rockstar's pockets. A little sneaky way that Rockstar, gets a little something out of you without you even realizing it, because it's so small. It's a trickle effect with these utilities. Even like the bunker, which is the most obvious one, for $9,400 for your staff that really takes forever when it comes to working on research, as well as doing production for the arms you're going to sell. Yeah, they're doing a fantastic job, and they're really earning that $9,400 a day. Not. So yes, we're obviously spending a lot of money every day just to play Grand Theft Auto Online. And it's not an issue really if you are making money every day. If you're like running one of the businesses, or you're out doing the import-exporting, the warehouses, whether they're crates or for the hangar, depending on which one you prefer doing, or if you rather do heists or missions or the VIP work, whatever you do in Grand Theft Auto Online to grind and make money, obviously you're making way more money in an hour than that $10,000 to $15,000 fee. But you're still having to pay for the property and utilities. And like I said, over time, you can only imagine how much money we've given to Rockstar from just property and utilities alone. Even if you are doing well, even if you have millions of dollars in your Maze bank account, and you're not hurting when it comes to the next vehicle that's being drip fed out courtesy of Grand Theft Auto Online and Rockstar, or the next update after that, which means more money out of our pockets, still, it's even more money that Rockstar's, like slowly but surely pickpocketing out of your wallet, aka your Maze bank account. And so some of you are probably like, well, GeauxBurns, what's the big deal about this? I mean, in real life, we have to pay taxes, we have to pay, bills. I agree, we do. And I know this for sure because I'm a homeowner. I also have a vehicle. In other words, I know full well in real life that I have to pay these various utilities and taxes in order to own a home, in order to have lights, in order to have electricity, in order to have running water, in order to have internet, in order to have a vehicle in my driveway. I'm fully aware of the fact that in real life we have to pay properties and utilities. But this is a video game, not real life. I've gotten killed a bazillion times in this game, and I keep respawning. I can run around the map with a full armory of weapons on me. Like pistols, shotguns, LMGs, machine guns, assault rifles, sniper rifles, RPGs, grenade launchers, sticky bombs, and all sorts of melee weapons. Yet they magically appear, and it's not restricted to what weapons I can and cannot carry, because video games. We have vehicles that can spawn nearby or spawn on the beach, depending on what vehicle we're talking about, out of thin air. And we have the ability to quickly upgrade these vehicles, instantly get a paint job, instantly get an engine upgrade, or if your vehicle's destroyed, you can call Moore's Mutual and get that vehicle back in no time. All this stuff done instantly because, as I mentioned, video games. And the reality is, we spend so much money on all the properties and everything else I just mentioned. The garages, the apartments, the executive office, the executive garage, the various warehouses, whether it's the crate warehouses, the vehicle warehouse, the bunker along with the MOC, the MC clubhouses, the biker businesses, as well as the yacht and the hangar with the warehouse inside, along with everything else in between. We spend thousands to easily millions and millions of dollars just to purchase this property, just to own this high-end apartment, just to own the bunker, just to own the yacht, as worthless as some of you may think it is. And you're probably right. The point is, we already shelled out a huge chunk of money for this stuff, for these items. Why do we have to continue to pay for these items? Why do we have to continue to pay for our apartments, for our garages, for everything else that I just mentioned, all this junk? Why do we have to continue to pay for it every 48 minutes? But hey, at least we occasionally get $2,000 back in good behavior